Hi guys, I'm back, and this review is a comparison of three wigs that are very much alike, but they have differences. They're kind of like triplets that aren't identical. Yeah, it's like if the wig mom had wig triplets and they all came out at different times and they looked like sisters, but they weren't identical. That's what these three wigs would look like. I am going to compare Jackson by Noriko, Avery by TressAllure, and Avery by Tony of Beverly. And I'm going to tell you like which ones I liked the best. Now, before we go on, I have a very square face. My face is 8 by 8. Um, I'll show you a quick sketch just in case you want to see my non-artistic abilities. Okay, here we go. I'm 8 by 8. So it's not a diamond, it's not round, it's square like Mr. Roboto, okay? Or who was that guy in the 80s that had that robot show, whatever, Max Head? So I'm like Kathy Head. So this wig, Jackson, she is not a lace front, but yet she is very similar to the other two wigs. All three wigs have this kind of basic shape of straight coming down in almost Jane Fonda Clute, Rachel, Jennifer Aniston. I happen to like this style. I call it a non-style style. But on the other hand, to me, it's a very pragmatic style. There's nothing outlandish about it. There's nothing, there's nothing like crazy about it. And I honestly don't think that there's anything trendy about it. Like Jameson being a classic bob, this style is kind of a classic no style. And I happen to like it. I like the angles on all three wigs. I really do. Now, this is not a lace front, but yet I really love the feel and the texture, and the coloring is great. This is chocolate frost, and I'm telling you, this really looks like you stepped out of the salon having lowlights in your hair. This is a basic cap. I will show you the inside because I'm going to put the other Avery on. Here we go. Basic cap. She's really nice. And back into the box she goes. Now, next, I'm going to show you the TressAllure Avery. This Avery is in the color Deep Sepia. And I did some manipulation on this wig. Now, out of all three wigs, this one is my least favorite, and I'm going to tell you why. Hold on, let me get her on. Chippy's in the background. Hold on, I have to pause this while I like play with Chippy for a second. Okay, I'm back. Now, this is my least favorite, but as I said, my least favorite. I kind of didn't like her that much when I first got her, but now I'm liking her more. And this is a reason why you should never make an attempt to cut the bangs. I screwed the bang up, so I have to kind of like play around with it. If you're like me, take it to a stylist. but I did add powder and I did make a part because the parting space looked so one-dimensional because of this color. This color is not rooted, it's not highlighted, so you get a very one-dimensional shade. And that's one of the reasons why I think I wasn't crazy about her. But after doing some little work with the powder and creating a part, I I liked her better. Again, the stock photos of this have Avery more with a flip. And at the time, I was kind of looking for a that girl type of vibe. But right out of the box, she just turned under. And that's another thing that I was kind of annoyed about. But I have to say, after wearing her a few times, I started really liking her a lot. I think the key to this Avery wig by TressAllure is creating a parting space with powder or concealer. And if you need to cut bangs, go to a professional. Do not do what I did. Now, the difference between this Avery and the Tony of Beverly Avery and the Jackson, there's really no layering on the sides. So as you can see, my face, my square face, doesn't get the softness that it would with, say, Jackson or Tony of Beverly's Avery. I like the layers framing my face. And like, this doesn't do it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that that's what I'm comfortable in. So this is Avery by TressAllure. Let me give you the specs on this just in case. Wow, hold on. Okay, now the specs on this Avery are the bang is 6.8, the crown is 9, and the nape is 8. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here. I'm not saying she's a horrible, I'm not saying she's a horrible wig. I like this wig. I purchased her on a discounted price, so I'm happy with the discounted price that I purchased her with, but I would prefer if this wig just had more face framing layers. The density is great. I'm not complaining about the density. The fit on my big head is snug, but it's still really good. So this is it. This is Avery by TressAllure, and Avery is in the color Deep Sienna. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Here she is from my right side. Here she is from your left side, and I will show you her in the back. Here's the back. I mean, she has a really good density. Now, what I like about TressAllure wigs that maybe other people may not like, the hair texture is on the dry side. And when I say that, I mean not silky, it's not overly shiny. There's a slight luster to it, but to me, dry hair is what I have biologically. So dry hair is definitely more natural feeling for me. The permatease, it's there, but it's not like overly abundant. So I would suggest if you're thinking about a wig with permatease, this isn't a bad one because you're not going to be spending a ton of money on something. But as I said, she's very similar to Avery by Tony of Beverly. She's very similar to a Jackson. So let me take her off. And one of my earrings came off too. Let me put my earring back in. So there we go. You know, I'm wearing a skirt today because I fake tanned. I'm tired of wearing pants to the office. This winter has been so, like, it's never gotten bitterly cold, but it's just been so damp that I've been wearing pants so much. And I really want to wear a skirt tomorrow. So I fake tanned so I don't have to wear pantyhose. And I don't know why I told you that, but I just felt the need to. Okay, so here we go. Let me show you. Here's the basic cap. Once again, it's very similar. It's practically the same thing as Jackson, but I just think Jackson looks a little bit more natural. Now, let me turn her inside out. I'm going to put the net back on because that's how I store my wigs in the boxes. I always make sure that they're in nets. Okay, here we go. She's back in the box. And now I'm going to put my favorite of all of these wigs on. I just ordered another Tony of Beverly Avery from Best Wig Outlet because the price is crazy good. And I want a backup of this. Now here we go. Is she adorable or what? This is the shade Kahlua. I did review her last week in case you haven't seen my review. It's up and running. This shade Kahlua is probably one of my favorite shades of all time. Pardon the mess on my shirt, but I'm really sorry. I know I should be like the other YouTubers and make sure that like every wrinkle is out and I'm sitting like this, but you know what? I can't be bothered. My focus is on the wig. Okay, so here we go. Tony of Beverly Avery. This is my favorite of the three. Let me just do what Patty says. Hold on, I have to keep an eye on Chippy because now he's going after the pillows. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hey, no, you can't do that. I gave you your here. Oh, I'm not even gonna bother. Oh my God, this is like having a 2-year-old in a stroller that keeps throwing his pacifier down. All right, I'm back. Okay, now this is my favorite of all three wigs, simply because I love like the layering around the face is epic, and it really does frame my face much better than the TressAllure Avery. Okay, the parting space, the parting space is much better. Here's the lace front. Tony of Beverly does a great hair, like a great hairline. I don't even have to like zhuzh or rake or taz this wig that much. I love the way she falls into place. I wore her to work and did get a lot of compliments on her. But the thing that I really loved about wearing her to work was that every time I went into the ladies' room, I didn't have to like fluff her out or anything. She pretty much stayed the same way all day. And I love that. I love a no fuss wig. I don't want to be fussing with anything. I only apply my makeup once a day. I'll throw on lipstick during the day maybe, but usually it's chapstick or lip balm. So I'm pretty, even though sometimes I'm high maintenance, I'm like high, low maintenance. In the morning, maybe I'm high maintenance, but then during the day, I go down to low maintenance. But here it is. This is the one out of all three that I love the best. And I wish that Tony of Beverly had more sales because I am like my sale radar is out and about right now because I want another one of these. I like Tony of Beverly. Their wigs are so gorgeous. I love my Isla wig. I've been like eyeing the Pippa wig, but it's so damn expensive. And I've got my daughter's wedding and I'm going back to Paris, so I have to prioritize my spending. But boy, oh boy, that Pippa wig is on like literally at the top of my wish list. But in the meantime, I keep every day I will be perusing the wig sites to make sure that I'm not missing any sale for this Tony of Beverly Avery. I just purchased a second one. I think I mentioned it before. I purchased the second one from Ace Wigs in the shade Sangria. And I'm not even sure what the shade is going to look like, but I will make it work. Oh, yes, I will make it work simply because I just love this wig so much. And when you find a wig that you really love, you'll want to get one in a few shades. That's how I feel about Jameson. I have Jameson in 5 different shades. I have 2 caramel kisses, and like I love it. So anyway, I know I'm rambling, but I just wanted to do a comparison with the 3 wigs. So here you go. This is my favorite of all the 3 unstyled styled. This is Avery by Tony of Beverly. And I really think Tony of Beverly knocked it out of the park with this one. Oh, and that's the other thing that I wanted to mention. I didn't even have to trim the bangs. This is awesome to somebody like me who's danger with a scissor. Oh, and before I go, even though I did review on this, I'll show you from side to side. Okay, here's my right side. Hi, Chippy. Here's the back. Hi, Chippy. Be a good boy. And here is my left side. Oh, and let me read you the specs again. I did the specs on the other review, but I know that sometimes it helps to be a little bit more informative. Okay, so the bang is 4 to 6 inches, the nape is 9 inches, and the sides, and I'm glad that Tony of Beverly mentioned the sides in their specs. The sides are 7.5 to 8 inches, the crown is 10, and overall the length is 16 inches. But that's what makes Avery by Tony of Beverly one of my favorite wigs, and I am so glad that I purchased her. So have fun and have a great Oscar night, and I will see you later. Bye.